Hi guys, welcome to this week's live cooking show where we are making quiche. I posted all the ingredients for the crust. Hopefully your crust is made and ready to go. If it's not pre-baked, you might be eating around 7:30 tonight. So provided you did, my crusts are ready. I made them a couple days ago. They're here. Not the prettiest crusts in the world, but they'll do. So these were made on Tuesday for the quiche for today. Let's get started. As I mentioned before, your ingredients should all be cooked before they go in the pie crust. If they're not, go ahead and start cooking them and just follow along to the instructions. Today's session should only be maybe 20 minutes, so it's going to be quick. Oven should be set to 375 degrees. So get your oven on if it's not already. 375 degrees to cook the quiche. They will take approximately 30 to 45 minutes depending on the size of your quiche to cook. So I have today for my ingredients shrimp and fennel with onion. Put some parsley in there as well. I will drain it. It's quite a bit of liquid, so we're going to have to drain that so we don't have too much liquid in the quiche. And feta cheese. And the second quiche was supposed to be broccoli and cheddar with bacon. I decided not to use the bacon. I have chouriço, Portuguese sausage that I made with some friends a few months ago before quarantine. So that'll be in the second quiche. For the liquid, essentially the number of eggs you use is approximately 125 milliliters with milk per egg. So these are pretty large shells. I think I'll probably need more than 4 eggs per pie. We'll see. If you have store-bought shells, they are much smaller, so you'll probably only need 3 eggs, maybe 4. So if you have 3 eggs, you're going to want to fill it up. I'll just show you. For each egg, you want to fill it up to 125 milliliters of milk or cream. In this case, we're using milk. So 4 eggs. I will fill the rest up with milk up to 500 milliliters. So 125 milliliters per egg. So here I have approximately 1 cup of eggs. 500 mils is 2 cups, so I will add up to 500 milliliters. So there's 500 milliliters. So once again, 1 egg plus milk should equal 125 mils. So I have 4 eggs, 500 milliliters of total liquid. Okay? Start with that. Now to fill the crust, or to fill the quiche, as I said, if you have a lot of liquid, drain it out so that your quiche isn't too wet. Good. You want to fill your pie crust. And you can't fill it up all the way or else the egg won't be able to get in there and bind. So I'm just kind of covering the bottom of the shell with my shrimp and fennel onion mixture. Feta cheese. Now, again, quiche is so versatile. You could use almost anything you like. I was considering actually putting in some roasted red peppers in here, maybe. Spinach, cooked spinach. You could use pretty much anything. So if you don't like shrimp, you don't have to use shrimp. Okay, so cheese in. I have already salted the mixture. So if you haven't salted your mixture, make sure you taste it. Make sure it has enough salt. The feta cheese will clearly be salty, but after you've added the egg, you probably won't be tasting your quiche any longer. So just make sure you have the right seasoning in your mixture before you add the egg. I would even go a little salty because I'm not adding salt to the eggs. So, and then you fill it up just to the edge. It will expand a bit as it cooks, so you don't want it to overflow. And in a 10-inch pie, I have 4 eggs equaling 500 milliliters of liquid, and that is pretty much exactly where I want it. Just below. It will, if you fill it up too high, it could over bubble and stuff as it's cooking. So that one's ready to go. I'll put this over here. I won't put it in the oven just yet. Now for the other one, I have 2 cups of cheese. All the recipes I've looked at don't ask for this much cheese. I like a cheesy quiche, so add a little bit of cheese to the bottom. Okay, about a 1/4 cup. Again, it also depends on the size of your pie shell, right? In this case, it's quite a big quiche. It will be a big quiche. Well, here I have broccoli, my chouriço, which is a smoked Portuguese sausage, for those of you that don't know. It is different from a Spanish chouriço. Okay, so different flavor. So in there we have about the same, about halfway or so. And since I know that 4 eggs was the right amount for that size of pie shell, I will do 4 eggs again. Again, store-bought shells will be much smaller, much shallower too, so 3 eggs will be plenty. Four eggs. Let's do this quick stir. Thanks for last week, guys. For those of you that sent in pictures of your pasta bakes and meatballs, they looked really good. I was very happy to see them. Once again, this week, guys, if you have pictures of your finished product and you want to send them or post them and just tag me, that would be great. Love to see that. Again, this mixture has been seasoned. Salt, pepper, it's already been done. And the difference with this one is, actually oddly enough, I may need to add a little more. I'm going to add cheese. I'm going to add one more to this one. It's a little bit low, as you guys can see over here. So let's add another egg. To 125 mils. There we go. I had a little less mixture in there. The shrimp was quite a bit of shrimp. I will top this, so this will give me a nice cheesy kind of brown, not burnt, but nice cheesy crust on top. Okay, so I have the rest of your cheese. I'm using 2 cups of cheddar. This is old cheddar. I like the sharpness of old cheddar. All right, and that is ready for the oven as well. I promise this was quick. Are there any questions?
There was a comment, measure twice, cut once.
I'm not sure what that means with this, but anyway. So these crusts were pre-cooked. As you can see, they're not very brown. All right. So now that they're going to, and I covered them with foil on the outside so that Now when they go in for the 35 minutes or so, 40 minutes most likely with these quiches, they won't be burnt on the ends. Okay, so putting them in the middle rack of the oven. Now, when do you take them out? Usually I test it just by giving it a little shake and seeing if it looks like it's set, kind of like a cheesecake. You know, when you're making a cheesecake and that middle is still kind of runny, you can see that. Or you can just insert a sharp knife or a stick. If it comes out wet, well, you know it's not cooked. And you'll be able to tell if it comes out clean with no egg sticking to it, it's done. It should be about 35 to 40 minutes. And very simple. I'll be serving this tonight with a little spinach salad on the side. That quiche, you can eat it room temperature, slightly warm, coming fresh out of the oven. It probably won't be, it'll be still a little runny. So I would let it sit for about 15 minutes before you cut into it. And then dig in with a nice salad on the side. It's a beautiful dinner, breakfast, lunch, or snack. Thanks, guys. Nice quick show this evening. I'm glad you guys were able to join. And if there are any questions, I'm waiting for these to cook. Feel free to comment any questions and I'll be able to answer any comments immediately. I'll be staying on looking at them as you guys are cooking. Thanks for joining. We'll see you next week.